Okay, so I am back, and now we're going to talk about color theory. Again, we're going to use a color wheel. Know that with the color wheel, your primary colors are red, yellow, blue. Those are colors that we can't synthesize from scratch. They just exist. Then we have secondary colors, which are combinations of primary colors, such as orange, green, and violet. And tertiary colors are combinations of primary and secondary colors, such as yellow-orange, red-orange, yellow-green, blue-violet, and red-violet. Primary and secondary colors are always directly opposite of each other on the wheel, and they're called complementary colors. When mixed, these colors cancel out each other to create a neutral brown or gray color. Typically, when we're working with a makeup client, we want to use complementary colors when their eyes. So if their eyes are blue, you want to use an orange eyeshadow may work, or something that is more neutral. Know that warm and cool colors are important to know. Typically, with warm colors, they range from yellow and gold through the oranges, red oranges. Most reds and even some yellow greens are considered warm colors. Sometimes they're like a softer green, not as like a cool tone green, and they're like a lighter green, like a grass green is an example, or a yellow green. Cool colors suggest coolness and are dominated by blues, greens, violets, and blue reds. You will notice that reds can be both warm and cool. If the red is orange based, it is warm. If it is blue based, it is cool. Green is similar. If green contains more gold, it is warm. If it contains more blue, it is cool. You may hear people say something like that lipstick has a blue base, or that blush is very blue. It does not mean that the color is truly blue. Rather, it means that the pigments were mixed to create the cosmetic blue. And blue pigment was added to formulation. Also know too that when you select makeup, there's a way to analyze the skin. You want to analyze the skin properly. Know that light skin can be flat or warm or cool, such as medium and dark skin. So for light skin, warm colors you can use are yellow, gold, pale peach. Cool colors are pink, slightly ruddy, reddish, florid undertones. For medium skin, you can use yellow, orange, red for warm, and olive, yellow, green colors. And that's also, I think too, this chart means they don't really write it correctly. It means the skin tone. So let me rephrase this: that your light skin, if it's warm, you have warm light skin, it could be yellow, gold, pale peach. Your light skin can be pink, which is if you're Irish, have like a pink look to yourself. So your medium skin, your olive skin is going to be cool toned. Your dark skin clients with warm tones will have a warm orange brown or red brown color. Dark olive, blue, black, and ebony will be your cool dark skin tones. Skin comes in many different colors, and this chart only represents a fraction like this. And I also find it's better to see a visual. Look up a chart of the many different skin tones out there that vary from light, medium, and dark, and you're able to see the wide variety that exists. You always want to determine if the skin is light, medium, or dark, and then you want to choose the type of undertone if the skin has. Is the skin warm or cool? And there's different ways of looking at this. You can look at the veins to determine that. If the skin color is light, you want to use light colors for a soft, natural look. Medium to dark colors will create a more dramatic look. If the skin color is medium, medium tones will create an understated look. Light and dark tones will provide more contrast and will appeal bolder. If the skin color is dark, dark tones will be more subtle. Medium to medium light tones will be more striking and vivid. Think about like if someone has dark skin, if they're got like a deep brown color to them, and you apply a very light yellow eyeshadow, that will stand out as opposed to a dark yellow or a more blended warm brown eyeshadow. You always want to be cautious on choosing tones that are lighter than the skin. If the color is too light, it'll turn gray or chalky on the skin. Always look for translucent, shimmery colors if you're choosing tones on a dark skin. Once you're able to identify the skin, you're able to retail products that are appropriate for the client. So if you work at a makeup counter, it's a really good way to make money on the side. Another thing too is that people make a whole living out of being what's called a color consultant, and typically they're an entrepreneur, so they specialize in looking at client skin tone and picking out colors that are appropriate for them. And the consultation can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, and it's usually done in proper lighting. They'll look at different swatches on them, and this information could be used where you can give a client a custom sheet, or a client can get this done online and it will give you a sheet of what you want to select for the client. This is really good too if you are interested in this as a career, but on the flip side, if you don't feel comfortable doing this and this is something that's new for you, you're able to have the client get some kind of assessment and you're able to know what to select. And that will help you think going forward, if you have a similar situation, what can you recommend? And this all comes with time and experience and continuing education. Let's see. Know that there's a myth, and that is matching the eye color with the eyeshadow is good. That is not true. If you do that, it creates a flat field of vision and everything kind of mutes in. There's no nice contrast. And you always want to do complementary colors to the eye. So if the eye is, here's a good example. You might choose a plum brown if they have warm or cool base with brown tones. Let's see. Know that an orange brown would be considered a warm neutral. A charcoal gray is a neutral or blue gray. Know too that if their eye is a certain color, you might want to pick something like a warm brown, warm or cool base brown, toned shade, so something that's very neutral. Or you might choose a plum brown, which should be considered a cool neutral. Here is a procedure for the proper color selection. This is what you want to follow, so circle this in your book and take a photo of it. Step 1 is to determine the skin level, light, medium, or dark. Step 2, determine the skin undertone, warm, cool, or neutral. Step 3, determine the eye color, blue, green, brown, and so forth. Step 4, determine complementary colors. Step 5, determine hair color, is the hair warm or cool. Choose eye makeup colors based on complementary or contrasting colors. Coordinate cheek and lip colors within the same color family, warm, cool, and neutral, and then apply with your procedure. So I'll give you some complementary colors for blue eyes, green eyes, and brown eyes. Typically for blue eyes, orange is going to be the complementary color you want to use. Cinnamon choices such as gold, warm orange browns like peach and copper, red browns like mauves and plums, and neutrals and taupes or camel are mauvulous or marvelous. That's what you want to pick for blue eyes. For green eyes, red is a complementary color because red eyeshadow tends to make the eyes look tired or bloodshot. Pure red tones are not recommended because they're too harsh. Instead, use brown-based reds or other color options next to red in the color wheel, such as red orange, red violet, and violet. Popular choices are coppers, rusts, pinks, plums, mauves, and purples. Complementary colors for brown eyes. Know that brown eyes are neutral and can wear just about any single color. You always want to recommend choices including contrasting colors such as green, blues, grays, and silvers. And know that hair color needs to be taken into account when determining the type of eye makeup. So for example, if a woman has blue eyes, your instinct may be select an orange-based makeup as a complementary choice. But if she has cool blue black hair, the orange will not be flattering. In this case, you would choose cool colors to coordinate the hair color, such as a red violet plum would be a flattering choice. Always take the hair into account. So in order to determine hair colors, this is a really good chart that also goes hand in hand with the hair color chapter. If the hair color is blonde, blonde could be warm, it could be yellow or orange, it could be cool, it could be white blonde or ash. If the hair is red, it could be warm, such as a gold, copper, orange, or red. If it's cool, it could be red, violet, or violet. If the hair is brown, it could be warm, gold, or orange. If it's a cool brown, it could be ash. Dark brown and black hair can be warm, it could be copper or red. And it could be cool as in a violet or blue. And also know that there's always an exception because so many people are doing the rainbow hair, the fun fashion colors, the vivids. That also plays a role in how you select your makeup. So know that professional consultation is very important. You cannot go anywhere without a consultation. I always say the example, doing a service without any kind of consultation is like driving a car without a steering wheel. You just don't do it. You know, I've had students argue with me saying you can't, and I'm like, well, yeah, if you drive a car with a steering wheel, you only go one direction. You can crash your car, you can hit someone else, you can get a ticket. You just don't do it. Also know that people think it's a good idea to mix warm and cool colors on a face, and that's not recommended by the book because the colors will compete with each other, and the result will have an unbalanced appearance. Staying within the color range you choose will ensure a balanced, beautiful look. There's a graphic design terminology for this called analogous colors. You want to pick analogous colors when doing different colors on the same face. That way you're staying within the same range, you're not being too drastic. Also, I always say too, taking a really good, not like a college course or anything, but a local graphic design course on the terminologies is really good if you want to be a makeup artist, because a lot of the stuff goes hand in hand, like the Pantone colors. A lot of hair and makeup is always influenced by the Pantone color of the year. You also want to have a consultation area that is clean and neat. You don't want your little bag filled with dirty, dirty applicators, dirty towels everywhere. You want it clean and professional. You always want to keep a portfolio so you can show clients that you've done before. That way you're able to recreate that and kind of customize it for the client. Always hear your clients out and what they want. Lighting is key. You don't want to be applying something in really dark or dim lighting because you can miss spots. Also, you can end up having them be really upset. It's also important to remember too that I always think this book picture is funny. This lady right here, I gotta find a way to take a photo of this and either put it on Instagram. Don't ever look at a client like that. Every time I see us, we always have a good laugh because the photos they use in here are crazy. The look on her face, and she's like looking at the client like, really? It's like she's staring her down. So always do a consultation, figure out what you're doing the makeup for. Is it going to be bridal? Is it going to be runway? Is it going to be editorial? Sometimes you'll have a person that's doing a photo shoot will tell you what they want for their model. And special occasion is something that's really subjective. You can do smoky eye, you can do so many things, can be a special occasion. So read your book on how they talk about special occasion and what is recommended for that. On the flip side, another part of what we do in addition to special occasions, such as weddings, even mortuary makeup like funeral makeup, and that's just one example. You also want to make sure that you want to know what to intensify. If you intensify everything, that defeats the purpose of intensifying the eyes and lips, because if everything is intensified, it just looks very blob and nothing stands out or is emphasized. Also know with corrective makeup, this can be used for clients that are older. Maybe some clients have some scars they want to cover, and you can recommend some products. It can also be used to help it the face shape, to even it out, to help with eyes that might be too close set apart, or too maybe if the eye's a little heavier, you can make it become even with the proper application. And this requires additional classes. You can take classes online to learn techniques. Just know that the oval is the ideal face for everything. When you have makeup, you want to create the illusion of the oval face by using special techniques to make that happen. Also know when you work with clients who are older and who may have wrinkles or sun-damaged skin, you want to be very careful in choosing an eyeshadow and other color products. Shimmering and glitter or frosted colors can look very bad on dry, mature skin. Stick to muted, softer colors when working with mature clients. So like your fun glitter, purple, pink may look great on your rock star, but on your 90-year-old lady, not so much. So always analyze the face shape. Make sure you figure out what to emphasize, what to draw away from. If the client's eyes are far too spread apart, you don't want to emphasize that. You want to draw away from it and make it look more balanced. Know that corrective makeup can be applied by anyone, but you really want to have experience in doing this and always get some education on this. They give you some education on here on how to apply this, with the where to apply it, where to focus on. And that's pretty much about it. For dark circles, this is a key one because everyone talks about this. You want to apply concealer over the dark area, blending a smooth amount into the surrounding area, and you want to set it lightly with the translucent powder. Know that overgrown eyebrows can cast a shadow on the brow bone or between two eyebrows. Over-tweezed eyebrows can make the face look puffy, protruding, or may give the eyes a surprised look. And when you're doing eyebrows, some people break the rules and they'll do a scowls brow, which is this huge, thick, penciled-in eyebrow. Elizabeth Taylor wore it well. Look up Snog, Marry, Avoid, or they do these crazy trends. Also know that brow thickness or thinness is always dedicated by trends. Now we're valuing these overly thick, huge monster brows, whereas in the past, like when my grandma was young, they liked a very fine tweezed brow. And there are such a product as an eyelash enhancer, and these treatment enhance the eyelashes, such as lash lengtheners that contain fibers to make the lash look longer and fuller. Some of these are built into mascaras and are available as a separate product that you can use first and then put on your mascara. Another similar type of product uses a clear polymer to make the lashes look thicker. Also know that there is a prescription drug that you can get from a doctor only called Latisse, and this contains an active drug ingredient called bimatoprost, which is a drug that is applied to the base of the lashes. People claim that after using this, their lashes grow fuller and thicker, and you get better darkness after 2 to 4 months of regular use. When you stop using it, it goes away. Know that there's also some products that you can use to enhance a lip, like they will call like a lip toxel. Those will enhance the lips, plump them up. Everyone wanted the Kylie Jenner lips. They would get like a device to temporarily enhance it. Skin tone is very important. Typically, in terms of corrective makeup, you can be dealing with 2 basic skin tones. For ruddy skin, which is skin that is red, wine-burned, or affected by wind-burned, or affected by rosacea, apply yellow or green foundation to the areas, carefully blending. You may apply a light layer of foundation with a yellow base to cover the entire complexion, and set it with a translucent or yellow-based powder. You want to avoid red or pink blushes. For sallow skin, which is skin that has a yellow hue, apply a pink-based foundation to the affected area and blend carefully into the jaw or neck. Set with translucent powder. Avoid yellow-based colors for cheeks and lips for sallow skin. And for wrinkles, age lines and wrinkles due to dry skin can be minimized with a proper primer and foundation. Apply skin primer evenly and then apply the foundation sparingly and evenly in a light outward circular motion over the entire face. Care should be taken to remove any foundation that collects in lines or wrinkles of the face because that will look cakey and kind of crepey, and that will enhance the bad look. Know that some clients can also be allergic to different types of makeup. The next part, because I'm pretty sure I'll just finish this all in one, is artificial eyelashes, eyelash extensions. These are huge. Typically, false eyelashes are becoming a thing of the past because now we're able to do false eyelashes. They have two types of artificial lashes called band lashes, also known as strip lashes, and these are eyelash hairs on a strip that are applied with an adhesive to the natural lash line. Individual lashes are separate artificial eyelashes that are applied to the eyelids one at a time, and know that eyelash adhesive is used to make artificial lashes adhere or stick to the natural lash line. Band lashes, sometimes called strip lashes, are available in a variety of sizes, textures, and colors. They can be made from human hair, contain animal hair such as mink or synthetic fibers. Synthetic fiber eyelashes are made with a permanent curl, and they do not react to changes in weather conditions, making them ideal. Also know that some of the mink ones, they're not vegan, so if your client is vegan, you want to avoid doing it and just figure something else out for the day if you do have mink lashes that you're giving out to clients. And artificial lashes can be available in natural colors or fashion colors. Know that black and dark brown are the most popular choices. People typically want to look natural. They don't always want to look crazy and fashionable. I always have a saying that a lot of our makeup artists and a lot of our cosmetologists are the ones that always want the crazy colors, and those that liked the crazy colors as a kid usually go on to become an artist, a cosmetologist, or an adult when they're an adult. So always take special care when removing artificial lashes. Also know that when you have a client with artificial lashes, you want to make sure that they're aware that certain behaviors like swimming, bathing, cleaning the face, steam rooms, things like that can cause the adhesive to loosen, and you don't get as much as a lifespan or a longer life from the product. What I'm going to do real quick before my camera splits this video up is I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to come right back to finish this chapter up. Okay, so now that I am back, know that some clients can also be allergic to a particular adhesive, and when you're in doubt, if a client's never had eyelashes before and you have time, do a patch test. So when you do the allergy test, you want to put a drop of the adhesive behind one ear, attach a single individual eyelash to each eyelid. You can do that in two ways. So the first way, when you put a drop of the adhesive behind the ear, is the safest way, because if you have a reaction, it's here and it's not swollen. The second way, I'm like, and that's when you attach a single individual eyelash to each eyelid. If you do that, and they react, they'll be swollen and itchy, so always opt for the safest way, which is right here. If there is no reaction over the next 24 hours, you can probably proceed safely with the application. So when you remove eyelashes or band lashes, to remove band lashes, you want to use commercial preparations such as pads saturated with special lotions to remove them. The lash base may also be softened by applying a face cloth with a cotton pad saturated with warm water and a gentle facial cleanser. Hold the cloth over the eye for a few seconds to soften the adhesive. Starting from the outer corner, remove the lash carefully to avoid pulling out the client's own lashes. Use cotton tip swabs to remove any makeup adhesive remaining on the eyelid. For individual lashes, you want to use a method called eye tabbing. This is a procedure in which the individual synthetic lashes are attached directly by the client's own lashes to their base. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for attaching and removing the individual lashes. So they always word this odd. When you remove individual lashes, it'll probably be the same for removing band ones, but there's certain ways to remove them. Always follow your manufacturer's instructions. And that is pretty much it for this chapter. This is a very subjective chapter. It's a very fun chapter. It's a very artsy chapter. Have fun. The sky is the limit. Make sure you're watching your videos from your Cengage on how to do things, how to apply things. Go to artists like James Vincent, my friend Maddie, other local makeup artists, and just take classes on to make sure that you're up to par on how to provide your service to the best of your ability. So we are pretty much near the end of the book. We only have 2 more parts of the book, nail care and business skills. This is it for the skincare chapter. Next chapter is going to be part 5, which is something that I am like totally unfamiliar with, and that is manicuring, pedicuring, nail tips and wraps, monomer and liquid polymer enhancements, and UV gels, which is the recent discovery in the field of nails. And it'll be pretty quick for all of these. So we are nearing the end of our journey. So take a nice long break, you've earned it, and we'll come back and we'll cover part 5 nail care.